Hello, chuds. Hello, everybody. Hello. 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 Sorry, laying it on thick immediately, I think, by calling you guys chuds. Hello. Hello. Just realized my headphone cord was underneath the wheel of my chair. That wouldn't have been very nice. And/or cool. Hello, Andrew. Hello, Yaku. Hello, Local Brick. Hello, Dud. What's up, fellas? Hope y'all are doing good. Hope y'all are doing good. We're chilling today. Playing some Mario Kart on Mario Mondays. That's what we're calling it now. I guess. I don't know. I like it. I like having a schedule. It's nice. Much to discuss. Well, actually, not all that much to discuss, but there are some things to discuss. We're just gonna be chilling, playing some Mario Kart. Oh, let's get her going. Forgot I can hear the music too. Because of my audio stuff now. Alright, anyways. Well, that's loud. That's marginally loud. Let me know if that gets to be too much or needs to be louder or whatever. Atheater, hello. Hello, Atheater. What's up? How's it hanging? Alright, so I checked the Prima strategy guide, and apparently I need 10 Peach medallions, 10 P-switches, 10 question mark panels, and the Grand Prix Cup and Knockout Tours in 150cc, allegedly. So if I can just... Oh wait, that's like on the main menu, isn't it? Hold on, please hold. Please hold. The big S has started for me. Boo! Boo! That sucks. Sorry to hear that. So where is the indicator here, man? Where's it at? Manual? Definitely not manual. I don't know why I even checked that to begin with. There it is. Okay. Done 52 P-switches? Really? Jeez. Anyways, we have enough in free roam, so that's good. And I did all of Grand Prix, because of course I have the special cup, so we don't even have to check that. So we're just gonna go right into Knockout Tour then. I'm feeling toad-pilled for today. Taking the toad pill. Alright. I'd assume the check mark means I've done that one. I don't ever remember losing this one, but I guess I did. Alright, let's get her going. I'd like to announce I won't be homeless, as I did in fact find a place to rent. That's awesome, Sauce Dude. Congrats. Big moves. Big moves indeed. So let's see here, what's on the agenda? I guess the recount, last week was our first week of having an actual schedule, and I actually stuck to it, can you believe it? I think it went pretty well. Seen a lot more, the reason I started it to begin with was because I was concerned about, you know, the lack of activity, I guess. Well, not concerned, just being like, oh man, there used to be like 15 or so people in here at a time. Now we're down to like maybe 6 on a good day. So I was like, yeah, that kind of blows. But I figured it's because I'm so spontaneous and I literally am not consistent at all. I figured that if I told people like a day in advance, be like, hey, I'll be here at this time if you want, then, you know, maybe there'd be more of a chance for the tappage in. I'd assume, and I think so. I mean, I don't care enough to like compare analytics or whatever, but it's a neat little experiment, I guess. Who knew, right? If you're actually consistent, people would tend to show up more often than not. So we did started off with some Mario Kart. Mostly because I want to try and get some more mileage out of this capture card, because I realized up until this point I did like maybe 2 streams with it before. And even then the quality was exceptionally scuffed. I figured out that's because I have to turn on like my monitor and you know, manage it through OBS in like a specific order, or else it's like extremely crusty and like deep fried. But you know, figured that out. We're looking good now. So can't complain. So we'll be doing that, and then Friday, or Wednesdays rather, are supposed to be the variety days, so we're doing some cursed walking later this week. I woke up in a cold sweat last week and I was like, damn, I put a lot of time into that. I should probably just try and finish it, at least by the end of this year. So at that point, from the time of it, the thought first like passing through my through my mind and like me actually getting that video potentially out, it would have been technically it would have taken me 11 months. So kind of crazy when you think about it that way, or when I think about it that way. But you know, I think we got something going on there, and I'm excited to actually start to work on that. That and you know, a potential video essay in the works. You know, I haven't begun to think about that because I'll be honest that my newest video, newest being like a month and a half ago, took so much out of me to the point where it's now been a month and a half and I haven't uploaded still. I don't know. Time just goes different when you're unemployed. I feel like, oh yeah, it's only been a week since I uploaded. Oh no, it's been 2 weeks, and then you blink and then a month and a half passes. It's pretty bad. That's whatever. It won't have like the same emotional beats as like my recent one, but you know, I think it's the topic. I think is pretty fascinating, and depending on what part of the world you're from, you might happen to resonate it or remember parts of it. Yeah, it's more like part of like forcing myself on this schedule is trying to get myself to get back into the swing of things in Premiere. I've been making some pretty substantial progress on the newest video that should be coming out. I posted a clip of that in my update channel in the Discord, if you guys care enough to look at that, or not. Okay, that doesn't make any sense to me, but that's fine. So I know I said I would like to have that out by the end of August. It's now September, in case you didn't notice. But it'll definitely be out by the end of September. I see no reason why it shouldn't be, especially now that I'm able to put more than like 30 minutes of time into Premiere without like getting sick of it. I think we're at like around the 9 or so minute mark now, and I want to try and trim it down a bit. I have like the rough copy done, but it's more like my earlier stuff where it's like the subtitles, and you know, if any of you have edited subtitles before, you know how much of a pain that can be. But it's nice to come back to something that's a little bit less cerebral, I guess, for the lack of a better term. Right? I don't have to like think too much about scripting or whatever. It's just, you know, I say this and then I put that as a subtitle. You know, it's not too much to think about. Now, if it does well, is a completely separate question, but, you know, it's okay, as long as we're getting something out. And I'm enjoying making it, and that's all that really matters to me. Although the influx of cash would also be nice, because, you know, I'm only human, right? So that's what I've got cooking. Something or other. Not too much, but, you know, it's something or other. Now you're a polar bear, silly. Ah, yes. How could I have forgotten? Oh, also, Wednesday will actually be a double stream day, now that I think about it. I forgot to, like, change the schedule. But, I just got confirmation from Mr. Tyler that we're gonna be doing a co-op stream. No, like, Kart or whatever, because, he unfortunately can't make it to my house because his mother's license expired. And now she is his passenger princess for the time being. So, you know, big happenings over there. But as with everything with Tyler, I say that we're going to be doing something, like we're going to be doing this on stream, and it just kind of devolves into a podcast. I kind of anticipate that happening again. It might not, but we'll be playing Black Ops 6 Zombies of all things. Another tier list. I don't know if it'll devolve into that, especially without, like, 8 beers in our system. This is intense. Oh, no! And it's over. Okay. Bullet bill from the top rope? Bullet bill from the top rope? Oh. Yeah, it's over. That's alright, we don't need first, we just have to actually complete the thing, which is nice. Thank you, John Tendo, for catering to the casuals, such as I. Oh man, get this out of here, go, 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 I want the mushrooms, I want the mushrooms! I didn't mean to spam those. All for naught. Whatever. Whatever. Tyler has great stage presence. Yeah, he does. He kind of takes it over. The entire stream. And the dynamic's good, where it's like he's the most parasocial man known to mankind, and I'm just the most unparasocial guy known to mankind. It's a good dynamic. Alright, let's see here. Coupier. Alright, one more. What do we think, fellas? Galaxy 3 for the new, Direct that's allegedly coming out in a couple days? I've been saying shout out to the shirt you're wearing ever since I first heard Tyler say that. Oh, man. Yeah, the ultra-specific shout-outs. Oh, man. We had some good times. Oh, actually, yeah, speaking of, remember that Burio stream that we did that ended in tragic heartbreak when his table collapsed and absolutely fried my laptop from the insides? It dried out, and it works. I mean, the keyboard and trackpad are absolutely destroyed. Like, they're still, like, sticky from the beer. But, you know, now I have a working laptop now. I haven't bothered to actually plug back in the battery, because I don't want it to, like, explode on me, or whatever. But, you know, like a phoenix, it rises from the ashes. Kinda crazy. He felt bad. He was, I was supposed to give him, like, half the revenue from that stream, considering, you know, he's hosting me in all of his graciousness. But, after we ended up frying my not cheap laptop, it was like, yeah, you can just keep it. And I was like, thanks, dude. I appreciate that. Ooh. Oh, man. I used to keep my laptop's battery charging all the time. Rookie mistake. Yeah, it happens. It happens. It expanded. Ooh, you had a spicy pillow on your hands. Not good. I've been thinking about that, and my 3DS is still, like... So it's, my 3DS is the Year of Luigi one, which I want to say is 2013? So, it's 12 years old at this point, and it's still chugging. And, like, the battery is still, like, new. I want to go that far, but it's like the battery hasn't had a noticeable drop-off considering the fact that it's 12 years old. I have to get a new laptop, or I can save up for a while to get a proper PC. Oh yeah. Would you go pre-built, or would you build it yourself? I have a 3DS XL. Yurp, me too. It's peak. I'm wondering if I could use this capture card to screen capture my 3DS. I don't think so. It's probably like its own set of separate hardware. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm goated. Wait, I'm goated. Wait, I'm goated. Oh, and it's over. Want to build my own PC someday? It's pretty sick. You feel like Oppenheimer once you turn it on and it actually works. Now, if I had foresight, I would have said, hey, wait a second, maybe I shouldn't build this PC in the year of our Lord 2021 when silicon prices are bananas, and then end up shilling out $400 for a 1050 Ti, but you know what? That's neither here nor there, right? It's in the past now. Man, I really hate thinking about that, but it's okay. I have no idea. I get my brother-in-law to help me. I'm not good with PCs at all. Yeah, that's fair. It's pretty intimidating to start out, but then it's really just you put the square in the square hole at the end of the day. Oh, Mr. Oopie, I forgot about the art thing, although it would have made more sense the lethal stream. Oh, you actually made like some art? I forgot. I saw you posted in the media channel. I thought that was it. But if you actually do want to post in the art, let me I could probably actually just do that right now. Now that we're talking about it. Were you in Lay Media or were you in Lay Memes channel? Lay Memes channel. There you are. Okay, click on you, add role, arts, verified. There you go. Now you can post. One line is tech tips PC building walkthrough and you're good. Yeah. What actually I found helpful too is, I mean, I didn't check this before I got it, but I was lucky enough that somebody made a tutorial with the case that I got, like setting it up and where everything plugs in, because I feel like that's like one of the only factors that kind of varies from build to build almost. Everything else, like I said, is just, you know, RAM goes in the RAM hole, CPU goes in the CPU holes, because there's like a lot of them, but so I thought that was helpful. Otherwise, like, PC Part Picker, it's like, thank God for that website. It's not the building that scares me, it's picking the overwhelming parts that seems overwhelming. That's even easier. Like I said, PC Part Picker, it's like it checks everything. It checks the dimensions so that everything actually fits together. It checks like, you know, if this RAM will fit in that RAM hole, which, you know, 9 times out of 10 it does. But yeah, I get it. There's a lot of options, a lot of different brands. Oh, also, I forgot this weekend I had a bit of a side quest on Saturday. I went to see Men I Trust live in the marginally okay city of Philadelphia. Very fun. Go Birds. Yurp. Yurp. This guy gets it. This guy gets it. Oh, jeez. Fire, you fool. Yeah, we take this. I ate some good sushi yesterday and saw the lunar eclipse with people I haven't seen in 2 years. That's awesome. I kind of forgot that was happening, I'll be honest. The way I found out that it was happening, though, was because of Club Penguin Journey has a code active right now that gives you eclipse sunglasses. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Cutscene? Question mark? Cutscene? 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 I did everything I had to do. Oh. Okay. But I did all of these. Oh, I did the moon on 50cc. Am I crazy? Oh, wait, no, I definitely have my 7-year-old cousin play that. Never mind. That makes sense. Oh, yeah, I'm remembering now. I mopped the floor with him. Want to watch with my friend, but there were so many clouds. Yeah. I remember that one that was probably a year and a half ago now. I was a junior in college. Massive congregations for that, for literally no reason at all. It's pretty cool, though. Which was even weirder because my school is really a commuter school, so it's like you never hardly ever see anybody there ever. Except like the one like sunny day of the month where it's like you go in what we call the Great Lawn, which is just a comically large piece of open grass. And it's like when that happens, that one day happens, it looks like it's a like a scene from a college out of like a Disney movie, you know what I mean? Where it's like people are like throwing frisbees to one another and like doing like dance battles or whatever. No dance battles were happening, but you know. Can't wait for the spike in the amount of Google searches regarding why do my eyes hurt. Oh yeah. Was it Trump who had that picture of him staring directly at it for a bit? Him and Melania? That's pretty funny. Definitely a millennial news headline now that I think about it, but very silly. Yeah, it was. I thought so. Didn't take him out yet, unfortunately. Boo. Here's open, right? YouTube.com. That is not a threat. It is simply an observation. Thank you very much for your consideration. Alright. Glad to get that out of the way. It wasn't as nice looking as I expected, but it was nice to hang out and look at the barely there moon. Oh yeah, that's sick. I remember one night freshman year there was like the super omega blood moon. but it only, like, came out at, like, 4 in the morning. That was sick. Like a long night of doing nothing because you're young, spry, and full of energy at, like, 19 years old. Those were the days, man. Those were the days. Now I'm out here, like, pushing 37 or whatever. So what's going on here, man? What's happening? Why is this happening to me? What have I done? Alright, yeah, we're good. Sure, Unc. I've been calling Kyle my little nephew these days. He gets so mad. He hates it. What are you calling me nephew for? We're the same age. I'm supposed to be hitting an Indian joint with him pretty soon. One of these days. My little nephew is crazy. Yeah, I've been Sopranos pilled ever since I finished it. Okay, man. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. That was a lot of tricks for a marginally slower movement than if I just went forward. Doing tricks on it for nothing, man. Oh, that's sick. I got rejected by a cat, so I'm apparently chopped and unk. Oh. Yeah, it stings when a cat doesn't mess with your vibes. Unk has just lost its meaning. I be seeing 15-year-olds calling themselves Unk. Yeah. Yeah. Nephew's the wave now, I feel like. Nephew's definitely the wave. I got called Unk by people that are 1 to 2 years younger than me. Well, yeah, to them you're Unk. There's a 25-year-old lady in my Discord and we call her Grandma. Why did I do these? Why do I do these things? You gotta wonder, like, I gotta wonder what, like, the, like, how conversations between, like, 14, 15-year-olds go, as opposed to, like, when I was 14, 15 years old, right? Because there was a Northern Lion said he overheard, like, a bunch of, like, 14-year-olds talking about, like, they said that, dude, even though she's your girlfriend in real life, if you don't talk to her on Snapchat, then she's not really your real girl. Because even if you talk to her in real life, it only counts if you're doing it online, too. It's like, that's crazy, man. Is that method? Is that method? Is that how the kids are rolling these days? God, it's so artificial. Is this a teenager mindset where it's like, I can't respond to you immediately or it'll seem like I'm desperate? Even if it's just like, you know, another dude in my case? Or is that just like another artificial rule that somebody like propagated one day and just kind of stuck in the minds of impressionable young kids? Hello, Atheater. That was the thing too when I was in high school too, just a random rule. Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't know, I'm glad I got off. I deleted all my, like, personal social media on my 21st birthday. It's like, I can't be rolling with this anymore. I do not care if I seem desperate. I want to talk to you. That's why I'm messaging you. Yeah, I'm saying, and like my brain functions, and I'm sure like probably all of yours function the same way, where it's like, oh wow, that's a message. I'll respond to that in a bit, and then 20 minutes go by, and then an hour goes by, and then 5 hours go by, and then a day goes by, and then a week goes by, and then it's like it's like oh I just forgot to respond to that person. Just straight up. I don't know. I don't think, like, as humans, I don't think we were meant to be as social as we are, right? Like, we're meant to have our, like, own separate niches, and, like, I shouldn't be able to talk to, like, half of the people that I've interacted with, you know? Wow. I almost lost. That's probably why the dating scene is so scuffed these days. Because really, you could meet literally anyone. Pretty much everyone has access, right? So now it's like, uh-oh. All the standards are going up. All that stuff. Spitting facts today, I see Whoopi. Yeah, I try. It was, part of, like, that talk kind of sparks for me because I used to know this millennial dude. He's like 32 now. And he used to date my boss. Pretty much. And she was like 21. But that's besides the point. I don't really... Age gap doesn't matter. What does matter, though, is, he's gotten to the point where he's had a couple of girlfriends ever since. And now his most recent one I saw broke up with him. And he's starting to go down the incel pipeline. And it's not looking good for bro, I'll be honest. He's going down the dark path. He made a post on Reddit because I like keeping tabs on this Reddit. It's like it's like watching an animal in like his natural habitat. But basically he's like, yeah, I've come to the conclusion where it's like you can be with these people and you can be with these girls and you can give them like the best time ever, but they're always gonna leave you end of day because they figure out that you're not rich. And it's like, buddy, I don't think that's it. I don't think that's it, pal. I don't think so. You can keep going. I don't think it's that. I don't know. He has a couple of gems on there where it's like, hey, I want to take my girlfriend, open parenthesis, Chinese, close parenthesis, to a Chinese restaurant in, Flushing, New York. Any cool spots for me? It's like, brother, you did not have to specify. You could have just asked, are there any good Chinese joints in Flushing, New York? You don't have to be saying all that, brother. You don't have to, I promise you. I don't know, it's pretty bad. Or like there's a bit, because I'm editing this next video, and it's me, Bunlad, and Vsaucy playing like friend swap ripoffs, like their Roblox's version of like a Lethal Company and Repo and all that. But out of nowhere, Vsaucy, where Bunlad starts quoting a Kitchen Cells post, where it was like, I just got an adult circumcision, and then Vsaucy's like, It's funny how incels, like, look at themselves and be like, ah, the thing that I need to change about myself is my penis. And then that's it. It's so funny. It's like, what kind of guy looks himself in the mirror and is like, oh yeah, the thing I need to change about myself is my foreskin. It's so funny. It's rarely money that's the main problem. I'm saying, you know, it's like, brother, can you look yourself in the mirror for like exactly like maybe 5 seconds? Perhaps? Is that possible? I know a guy who's a lukewarm misogynist and he's absolutely obsessed with his girlfriend who might be cheating on him. If she is, I can definitely see him going down the scary, violent, misogynist way. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's not great. Everybody be talking about the male loneliness epidemic, and then... But then all of a sudden, all the men are right-wing grifters, and that's the path they're going down. It's like, no wonder, brother. No wonder. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Okay, well, clearly I don't have that unlocked yet. Love and sex is just so crazy, like it's such a huge part of life. Yep. Yep. So I'm seeing I have... Did I not do one of these on 150cc? Did the Prima strategy guide lie to me? Nope, I've definitely done all these. I mean, I got silver in one of them, but that don't matter. Oh, play through the Grand Prix 150cc once more. Okay. Oh, it's even bolded too. They're dunderheads like myself. What the deuce? They're saying, streets are saying I smell in the general chat room. I don't know why I'm catching that stray for. Is that Boo Cinema the Luigi's Mansion course? Yeah, pretty much. It's pretty sick. The layout is, I guess, marginally more boring than other courses, I would say, but I enjoy it. And I think the theming is probably the best. Well, I wouldn't say the best. That's a big statement, but... I don't know, I feel like it's only a huge part of life if you make it so. That's just how I live now. Yeah, I mean... I don't think it's all cut out to what it... To what, like, you know... Goes back to the question of being online and all that stuff. And it's like, because everybody's so online, it's like, there's always going to be people who are, you know... hotter than you, more successful than you. And it's like, as everybody knows, comparison is the thief of joy. So then it's like, oh wait, now I'm just feeling worse about myself in the situation I find myself in. You know, I see it, but I see it on like LinkedIn personally. So it's like, I see these people who have like done internships basically since they were like 14 years old, basically like guaranteeing them a spot in life. And it's like, I'm struggling to get like even one during college, you know? And now there's like, if there's like 100 of those guys, why should anybody hire me over those guys who have all that experience? And it's like, oh man, that sucks. But, you know, not really much you can do about it, right? Social media's been so bad for young people's self-esteem. Yurp. LinkedIn is my personal hell. It's not good. It's not good. I think Indeed is sick and tired of me after all my job applications. Yep, same boat, brother. Same boat. Okay, well. I don't know. It doesn't really help anybody to be like, oh no, the planet is dying, the animals are leaving, the aliens won't contact us. But, you know, it's hard not to, I feel like, right? Everything seems, like, exceptionally cooked right about now. There's gotta be, like, some guy in Congress that's like, hey, everything that's going on with, like, these job postings and how people are handling their open positions, all of this is, like, extremely illegal and somebody has to do something about it. I hope that happens. Will it happen? No, probably not, because we're too busy, you know, sending Israel $500 billion for some reason. But, you know, whatever. Look at my society, bro. We're cooked. I'm dead over the New York mayoral debate where they keep getting asked when they plan to visit Israel. Why would the New York mayor need to do that? Yeah, like, it's that stuff. And did you see the stuff where it's like they had a strongman competition, and then they were beefing on or dunking on Mondani is his name? I don't know. I forget the spelling, but basically they were dunking on him because he couldn't do, or he was struggling to do what, 135 or whatever. It's like, brother, I don't think that matters at all. Cuomo and Adams are frauds. So Ron, that's his name. Yep. My personal favorite argument that the right-wing people seem to come up with that is, did you guys, like, forget what happened here 24 years ago? And it's like, are we serious? Are we serious, man? That thinly veiled racism isn't so thinly veiled anymore, I don't think. Man. I mean, people have been saying the Holocaust is fake. Yeah. Yeah. It's not good. We do have 15 lurkers in here? Wow. Hello, lurkers. Shoutouts to y'all. I'll give y'all some props. Sorry for perceiving you guys. I know some of you don't like that, but I appreciate y'all. Shout out to Kid X Girl if you happen to be here. I have a dilemma. My legs hurt. I'm high-key falling asleep, but it's too fun to listen. I appreciate that. Yeah, you're gonna have to be a bit more specific on the 2.5-hour Minecraft video. Oh yeah, rich versus poor. Ooh, I actually have a story about that. I haven't watched that, but I've watched Ish's stuff before. And he's pretty goated. The prisoner one, I remember, was pretty good. I don't know if you guys have... Well, I can't for the life of me remember the guy's name, but he basically made a video like a month ago that was like, Minecraft civilizations are fundamentally broken and here's why, and basically he went on to say that, hey, I'm studying, I don't know, whatever, like, realm, like, Minecraft civilizations would be in. Sociology, maybe? I'm not sure, but he's like, you know, the scripted stuff in that is pretty cool, but I think we have to try and, like, take a step back and be like, why people do the things that they do in these civilization videos and these experiments, and then try and deduce it from there. But basically, he made that video doing, like, the critiques, and then, 1.3 million views. So then he's like, okay, fine, I'll do it myself. So now he has this thing planned where it'll be, like, him and, like... Well, not him and 500 other people, but it'll be, like, a 500 people, civilization experiment where it's, like, he's using, like, a certain Minecraft mod that, like, makes it more realistic, I guess. Like, crop irrigation and, you know, hunger is more realistic and it's more crippling, I guess, if you don't eat, and, like, combat stuff. Basically Minecraft in real life. So he'll be doing that and like a permadeath thing. And he's gonna, like, instead of, like, scripting everything, he'll just take a step back and like look at, like, why people, you know, farm the way they did or whatever. And, like, he said, like, he's leaving the stories up for the people to make themselves. So I joined his server, and then I thought about it the other day, and I was like, hey, wait a second, I do story stuff, and I do events occasionally. It's like, let me apply for this creator role and try getting a spot in this. The only, the requirements were you had to have at least 10,000 subscribers, and then, the other one was, I would find this out later, you have to be either an event-focused channel or a Minecraft-focused channel. Two things that I am not, apparently. So they unfortunately denied my application. So that was unfortunate. And I'm not showing out, like, the $10 on Patreon to get a guaranteed spot. I'll apply, but, you know, if it doesn't happen, then it doesn't happen. But I figured that would be peak. Like, people look at that video and they get it out in, like, you know, 2-3 weeks or whatever. And then me, you know, taking my sweet time, drops, like, my own perspective in, like, 2-3 months after the fact. Be like, while this was going on, I was doing this. Like, I imagined I'd be, like, a humble, like, wheat farmer. Like, kind of own, like, my own, like, little shop, and I never really leave, but I have, like, you know, different regulars come in, and it's like, oh, I met this guy, and I gave him some free bread, and now he went mining, and now I have free diamond armor, you know, like that kind of thing. But, I will say, though, it isn't really a bias sample pool. It is a bias sample pool, but, they're not focusing on, like, getting big name people in it. They want to get, you know, regular schmucks. Like, not really there for the content, I guess. Ish wasn't script, they just roleplayed as characters they came up with. Yeah, I'll be honest, I haven't really watched Ish in a while. Just want to come clean. If this game doesn't win Best OST at the Game Awards, I'm going to be marginally upset for like 10 minutes and then move on with my life. But I will be marginally upset. Get pranked, baby Daisy. Speaking of awards, did you look at the Innovation Awards? No, I heard it was pretty stinky though. Didn't Dochi, or whatever her name is, I'll be honest, like she won Best Hip Hop Song for Anxiety. Best Hip Hop Song for Anxiety? Y'all see that? I was marginally upset about that for like maybe 5 minutes and then promptly forgot about it until right now. Dochi has good music, but Anxiety, I do not like that song, and I never have, I'll be honest. I'll be honest. You ever seen that meme where it's the Spotify Russian roulette and it's oh man, I can't think of the name of the song. What's the one that she sampled? Oh, Somebody That You Used to Know, that one. Somebody That I Used to Know. Yep. It's that song 5 times, and then like the actual bullet in the chamber is Anxiety. A little bit of racism, probably. Yeah. Ish has a stream about it. He asked the leaders of the major groups about how they want to tie up the story after day 8. Other than that, he didn't interfere with the plot. Oh, interesting. No, I'm just learning about all that now. Like I said, I didn't actually watch the video itself, and obviously I haven't watched that stream. But that video that one dude made critiquing like Civilization videos, that was made before that one came out. So I have to wonder if like his opinion changed at all in the way that Ish ran it. Cause like even like, I mean like even now I look at Ish's stuff like that dude critiqued, and it's like I don't know, it doesn't bother me that it's scripted, you know. I enjoyed it. As a fellow myself who likes telling stories, it's like, you know, whatever, right? There's a video of her performing the song and telling the crowd to sing it, and no one does. Speaking of Civilization, Loopy, have you seen Parkour Civilization? In Parkour Civilization, nobody jumps for the beef. Haven't watched it completely, I'll be honest. I don't know, I might be LARPing when I say I have a mild case of undiagnosed ADHD. Because, like, I don't think I could sit down and watch either of those now, I'll be honest. I mean, I say that after I just got done watching, like, a 4.5 hour long RimWorld video, but, you know, it's whatever. Who cares? Tralaleo tralala. Hello, Wicked Flower. Hello. Salutations. Alright, now there shouldn't be a doubt in my mind that we got this done. No doubts. Y'all don't know about the harmonica player in this game, bro. Goodness gracious, he goes so crazy for no reason at all. I have to go to the uni secretary to get the paperwork to get medical insurance. Pray for me. Oh, to live in Europe and not have to fork over thousands of dollars for health insurance. Medical insurance at university that's like provided. Oh. I'll turn up the music a bit. Oh, Wicked Flower, how did your job interview go? American Dream Great Mall. I haven't been, but it looks pretty cool. I now have a job. Wicked job confirmed. Congratulations. You made it out of the hood. I'm expecting exactly $1, please. No, I'm just kidding. Unless, nah, I'm just kidding. I think you were saying where you applied before. Where was it again? It's an 11 an hour. It's a start. Oh, that hurts my soul, brother. That's alright. More money than me. Oh, a farm. That's probably sick, working at a farm during Halloween. Hey, it's only on weekends. Oh wow, you will be making like exactly $2 from Holy. Now I had it worse. I was a busser as my first job, and I was being paid exactly $5 an hour, so that was cool. Serving is insane. That was my first job when I was younger. Yeah, I have a wacky and uncharacteristic job history that I'll get into when we're not in the credits. I got paid like 600 euros more than I expected. I can get some new stuff for the apartment. Yeah! Awesome. Interior decorating. Love to see it. Y'all got targets over there, Andrew? I crutch target heavy. Dorm living. Must weigh a lot. Target is USA, maybe Canada, I think, yeah. Don't mind me, I'm just a big and greedy American. Oh! Base department? Hello? Thank you, Andrew, I appreciate that. You didn't need to do all that, but I appreciate that. I'll give you some claps. Get some blue bears for that. Get some blue bears, please. There, here it is. It's coming up. It's coming up. A harmonica fella. Dude did not have to go, like, maybe even 1/8 as crazy as he did, but he did it anyway, simply because he could. Cutscene!
Mamma mia!
What the deuce? Hooray! Is this the part where we can play as Luigi? Good reference. Good reference. So now... we can drive up to the thingy. Once again. Oh, is it faster to go this way? Yeah, it is. Oh, did they have the mirror map the entire map for this? Ah, you'll see. Rosalina and the Observatory? A song so goated I used it in my own video? And now we're mirrored. The entire map is now mirrored. Pretty neat. Craving Domino's lava cakes right now. So what's the funsies in mirror mode? I was gonna say, I don't think they're... I think this is it. It's just, instead of going normally left, you now have to go right. And you gotta think about it a bit more. Which is kind of crazy to me, because it's like, the only people who would even, like, think about mirror mode and be like, oh wow, this is such a distinct change, would be the people who, like, memorize the map. And I'll be honest, I don't think anybody has memorized this map, because, I mean, look at it, right? But even, like, in the courses, it's like, oh, I had to go left instead of right here. Yeah, the map is comically large, to say the least, I'm saying. Anyway, is there anything else other than it being mirrored? I unlock technically all like the all the cups, all the knockout tours. I can now do that in mirror mode. But it's really more of a gimmick than anything. But I think it serves as like a good milestone and be like, oh yeah, now you've unlocked everything technically, because I have all the Well, I don't have all the costumes yet, but I have all the carts. And I haven't done everything in free mode. Free roam mode, hello? Ooh. Swag. Alright. Hello? There we go. Let's do some online. Even the Koopa Shore is mirrored. Oh yeah, everything is mirrored. Like in that cutscene, I never saw that. But Luigi's L was mirrored. What is this? Beautiful tune soothing my ear holes right now. Is that Koopa Troopa Beach, maybe? So online play is still not that great. Yeah. People were up in arms because I didn't give them, like, the classic 3-lap mode. And, like, the one option people had to do 3 laps in online, they just whisked that away from them. But it's... I don't know. I think I'm just in, like, I don't really care too much about things that don't matter anymore arc of my life. Because it's like, I don't care, you know? I see it as, like, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is probably the most perfected version, most perfected, balanced version of a Mario Kart we're probably ever going to get. So instead of making something even better than Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which, you know, you really can't because it's already perfect, you gotta innovate a bit, right? You gotta change it up. Which is where this game came in, where it's like you know, the full free roam gimmick. You have like the knockout tours, everything is connected. It's like an open world now. And it's like that was like that's how you were supposed to evolve in this game. And it's like taking advantage of that open world. It's like you have to, you know, what if we drove from part A to part B? That would be pretty neat, I think, right? Like take advantage of how like, oh yeah, we made this entire world with like highways, interstates, different off-roads and whatever, and you can drive from anywhere to anywhere if you wanted to. So like, of course they have to add like the, you know, the intermissions here. Right? Wait, isn't that enemy in the water in Galaxy 2? Oh, I didn't see him. I fear. Oh, was it the fish bones? Dry fish bones or whatever his name is? Was he in Galaxy 2? I don't even remember. Speaking of, I just found my Galaxy 2 CD in an old CD player of all places. So I was very happy to come across that again. One gimmick of my house was it was built in the 80s or 90s, and there's an intercom system all throughout. Oh, hello, Hydro. There's an intercom system all throughout. Like, there's one in my room, there's one in, like, the family room, different rooms downstairs and upstairs, but you could turn it on to, like, the radio, and the radio would basically just play all throughout the house, no matter where you are, or you could play a CD and have a CD play all throughout the house. So I always thought that was pretty cool. So I always I did this once, but I figured it was too much of an effort for a payoff. I don't really care enough to put more effort into. But I could have a laptop, get a cable, like a USB, attach it to my vinyl player, open Audacity, and record the vinyl player into Audacity, like an entire A-side or B-side. Cut the songs up in Audacity, and then burn those onto a CD. And now I basically just have a CD of that album. Now granted, is it easier to just rip it from online? Yeah, of course it is. But, you know, you get the nice little crackles and pops, and it feels a lot more personal, I guess. And then obviously, what I'm getting at is you can play that CD all throughout the house with the intercom system. And it has like different settings too, like you can take calls from room to room, I think. We have one on like the front porch, and I'm sure it's probably broken by now, but you could like call to the front porch and be like, who's there? Or whatever. Felt like like a villain's lair almost. Me recording sound effects and music in OBS, then converting it from an MP4 into an MP3 file. Yeah, you're pretty real for that one. There's a will, there's a way, right? Oh. I'm glad I got my record player because I can, like, as a teenager, I didn't really have, like, a hobby I could sink money into. And I feel like I missed that part. Because it feels, like, kind of fundamental as, like, a person. To have just something you spend, like a hobby you spend that amount of money on. Can you imagine being able to turn it on remotely and the boss theme plays when you invite someone over? Yeah. Like, there's probably some tutorial out there on how to, like, jerry-rig it to be Bluetooth. It's like, that would be sick. Imagine YouTube Shorts in every room in the house. I will only have my job until the end of fall. I feel like that's nice to, like, dip your feet into this ultra-capitalist world we find ourselves in, right, though. Like, my parents always told me, it's like, you know, why would you care about having a job at 16 years old when you quite literally are still a child and should be living your life? You know, I got, like, the next 50 or so years of my life to work. If this YouTube thing don't work out. My dad found a track list for an old gone radio station he used to listen to decades ago, and he just rebuilt an entire day with little intermissions every now and then. Oh, that's so cool. That's really cool. One of my personal favorite albums. Well, I wouldn't say favorite albums because that's a bit morbid, but one of like a... How do I word this? I don't know. But I have this record by this guy named Cat Corp. He's basically a dude who makes a bunch of vaporwave stuff. But he did an album in 2016 or so called News at 11, which was basically... Basically, it's a vaporwave album, but he kind of made it in a way that, like, kind of talked about, kind of like the death of culture. Like the death of like the 90s culture after 9/11, and it really is like such a fascinating listen. Like it has like old like 80s/90s kind of like almost elevator songs, like samples, and it's all like kind of slowed down. But like in the middle of it, and like in between songs, there's like different radio snippets, and there's like different news recordings from that day, like before the attacks, and it's like it's really like fascinating to listen to, and it's like it never really makes a mention of like anything that happens. Like it starts off with like "Good Morning America, today is Tuesday, September," and then the first song plays, and it's like I think about that a lot, like over like hyper consumerism and like kind of like the death of culture from that time. Like kind of like the death of analog almost, and like the beginning of digital, and like how everybody, like everything kind of looked to be like a lot more bitter after the fact. But it's like there's one where it's like a like financial report, I think like the song quote unquote is called, but like the it's like it talks about the stock prices of how like Nokia is shooting up, and you know, extremely morbidly, but you know, Boeing is shooting up too. It's like, oh man. But it really is like it's an interesting listen, I would say. Difference in sound quality is very noticeable. That's pretty cool. Oh yeah, yeah. I don't care enough to like consider myself to be an audiophile or whatever, but I always rock with physical media rather, not personal media. Okay, I gotta skedaddle. Have fun. So long, Atheater. Anyways, on a significantly less morbid note, I don't want to talk about my job history, but now that we're on talking about jobs, I guess I could get into that. So I started off being a busser at a pizza joint. That was cool enough. I worked like that job actually for like 2 months, and then COVID hit. So then I didn't go back for like a couple weeks, but then I did end up going back. Basically just kind of helping, like, prepping, like, the pizza dough, learning about the guy in the basement, like, the guy who's been there for, like, 20 years, his life story. And it's like, oh, high school was the good old days, yada, 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 all you know, all the 9 yards. And then, like folding pizza boxes and whatever, just miscellaneous odd jobs. And then, obviously I had to go back to school in September, so then I never ended up going back there, but in the winter, actually, of that year, I ended up getting a job as a ticket scanner at a ski resort. So, you know, I just stand by the ski lift. If they needed me to direct people so that people don't cut in the line, then, you know, I would do that. Very mindless, you know, out in the cold all day. Meet a couple of characters, especially like in the mountain area. Interesting to say the least, I'd say. The summer after that, I ended up getting a job as a whitewater rafting guide of all things. Just still a crazy job. People there are even more insane. It was fun, but you know, I don't really consider myself to be a service person per se. And they would usually have me at the back of the group, like they call it the sweep guide, just to make sure nobody gets behind me and then nobody is left behind, obviously. But a lot of people would go into whitewater rafting thinking like it'd be like a log flume, and it's not a log flume. Like it's usually 6 people per boat. One dude in the back is steering, everybody else are the engines. So like if a mom and like 4 kids show up, then, you know, those engines aren't very strong, and now all of a sudden now they're getting, you know, stuck on every single rock known to man, and, you know, holding everybody else up. So it was an experience, I'll say that much. Now for awkward silence. Yurp. And then the next summer, this is sophomore year of college, I worked as a recreation attendant in charge of like well, not in charge, but I worked at an arcade / bowling alley. And because that place was terribly mismanaged, they had me doing a lot of the bowling alley repairs, so now I know, like, basically how that entire place functions now. Sounds awesome. Yeah, it was really cool. That's how I met Bunlad, actually. I met him at that job. In retrospect, I think it's chill. I thought it was chill. I hate that guy, yeah, me too. That bastard left me for Poland again. Oh, I'm gonna lose. Ooh. Yeah, it's over for me. He's gonna be gone until like the 28th. He's leaving me to my vices, man. Pissing me off. Dude, I went to a bowling alley with my cousins like 2 months ago. There was just the Luigi's Mansion arcade. Never thought I'd see one of those. Oh, those are sick. Those games. We didn't have one of those. Or actually, we were in the middle of like a... I mean, that place blows, I'll be honest. Like, it's very terribly mismanaged, and they're probably gonna... Like, it's funny. Like, they got bought out, I want to say, 5 years ago from the previous owners. But, like, in the off days, or like when there's literally nobody around, like midday Sunday when everybody's checked out, like you could go into like the back room and like you could just find like this legitimate pile of like 5 or 6 signs, and it's all like welcome to, you know, XYZ Resort, presented by company name A. And then like you do like the next sign and it's like welcome to XYZ Resort, presented by company name B. Welcome to welcome to XYZ Resort, presented by company C. And it's just like a whole list of those. It's so funny. But they ended up outsourcing the arcade to like a different company that actually knows what they were doing, like prize-wise or whatever, because normally like we'd have like there's the bowling desk and then there's the recreation desk. So like if somebody wanted to, you know, turn in their tickets at the arcade, then you have to walk over, you have to scan their tickets, you have to give them what they want. But you know, it's fine, but it's like it's hard to like stretch your resources, you know, when there's so many people some days, right? But anyways, they would come in and like instead of... They didn't really bring anybody like there to like work like the desk with us or whatever. But they basically just like made our entire prize system. Like they basically just phased that entire thing out and made like a self-service station. Like the little balls with like the miscellaneous trinkets or whatever. Which is fine, but, you know, when it occasionally ends up breaking, then it's like, well, we literally can't do anything because we don't have any keys because it's a separate company. And all of a sudden now we're still the bad guys, right? It's alright. For a bit they gave us like a staff-only card that basically just had like unlimited plays, and like if any of the games happen to get stuck, then, you know, we could we could like try and play it and like help them get more tickets, because like we could scan our card and then scan their card, and then all like the tickets that they earn would go to their card. So that was a nice system they had. But me being nefarious, I was really goated at like this push game, where it was like you have like the plunger thing almost, and you hold down the button to bring it to the left, and then you hold down the button to bring it up, and you have to stop it just when like the plunger can fit through the hole and push the prize through. I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about, but I was freaking goated at that game, to the point where I earned myself a free pair of like Beat 3 rose gold headphones. So that was pretty sick. Stealing from the company a Mr. Squidward. That was me, man. That was me. And then the tech guy like saw how goated I was, and he was like, "Hey, man, I'll put like 20 bucks on this card if like you win me all the Funko Pops in that machine, and then I'll upsell them." Be like, "Yeah, man, we can do that." So now I won him like maybe a dozen free Funko Pops. And like we'd have different tasks to do. Like turn on the lights in the morning, turn the lights off in the morning, count the money at night, make sure everything's like all accounted for, drop off the money. And then there's also this movie theater that's like maybe like 200 feet away. Back when the hotel was slightly better managed, they used to have like an actual movie license, so you could go there and like you know, watch basically a movie that like would be in the movies. Like you could have, you know, like it would function as like an actual God, I can't speak. Like an actual movie theater, pretty much. But anyways, they got so mismanaged that they lost that license. And because they lost that license, now they're stuck playing DVDs of movies from like 20 years ago. So then like my boss would like make a schedule, and then we'd have to sift through the DVDs and then play them at a certain time. It was a whole thing. Like we had an Alexa that set an alarm. I love Roblox personal servers. Burp, slapping my belly like a bongo drum. Fart blast combo incoming. Huge belly burp echoing through the server. We're kind of base for that one. Big belly bend. You're kind of base for that one, I'll be honest. Streets aren't ready for that one. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, we're there. We are so there. But the other part about the hotel is that it was I'd say it's like a 3-star hotel, so not really like top of the line. And the area that it was in, it's like you wouldn't really go there for much of anything except to like spend your timeshare week maybe. And you know, the clientele wasn't the best, like to the point where our pricing was, it was $4 per person per game, which if any of you have been bowling in like the past year, you would have, your jaw should be on the ground right now, because that's like an absolute bargain. Hello? And people be like, $4 per game? I don't know about that. It's like, brother, please. In the places where it's been $26 per game. I love Europe because I can go on a 2-person 4-day holiday for the price of 260 euros in my friend's living room. Must be nice. It must be nice being able to drive like literally 2 or 3 hours, and you're just in like a place that's like so like culturally distinct than where you probably came from. I mean, here I guess you could go from the north to the south where it's like different culturally there, but it's like not nearly as bananas. Like, I can't go to, like, Charlotte and see, like, massive, beautiful churches made 3,000 years ago, right? I miss it. 11-hour bus ride from Paris to Amsterdam. Hey Whoopi, hey Whoopi, hey Whoopi, you should play Silk Song. Mods, kill that guy. Oh, jeez. Oh, that guy said screw me in particular. Go! I can't believe I made that. 3 hours is a stretch, 2BH, maybe 2 to 3 hours by plane if you actually want to see a completely different culture. Yeah, I was exaggerating, but still, it's crazy, you know? For us, it's like an 8-hour plane ride, 7-hour plane ride. It's like an hour 30 by plane to get from Ireland to Paris, man. That's crazy to me. And like, I met a couple of blokes who took a train from the UK to go to Paris. It's like, what the hell? That must be awesome. Imagine, like, actually investing in your infrastructure like that. Can you imagine? A 6-hour long ride with school once. The road didn't have any lighting and it was dark and the bus driver didn't see one of the bumpers. Sounds like a great time. Teenagers don't like seatbelts. Oh yeah. I remember riding in the back of the bus in 4th grade and every time we hit a speed bump we'd purposely jump. One like the bump hit like the back tires and you go flying. Oh man, those were the days. Including a few short stops. I took a 24-hour bus to go to Greece. I don't know how it took that long. 24 hours. Jesus. Not really much of a shortcut if everybody else takes it, I guess. Okay, well. Oh! Or if that just cost me the race. We're chill. Okay, man, okay. Oh. I was right there, man. Alright, new poll in the general chat room by Vsaucy. It appears the polycule morale is doing swimmingly. How are we feeling today? I'm a new option 1. I'm a new soul and I came into this strange world hoping and that's the end of it. The next option is quite swimmingly. The next option is 2 cigarettes and I'll be good again. the next option is I just want to hold somebody's hand. And then the fourth option is palm 13922. I hate them with perfect hatred. And the fifth option is I count them mine enemies. There's a lot of great options there. I'm gonna go the 2 cigarettes option though. Yep, 3 votes. 4 votes. Nope. Yep, he gets it. This guy just gets me, man. Polyfuel yearning / crash out time is scheduled in 45. I hope I can count on you all to attend. I will be there no matter what. This level of creativity is unparalleled, and I hope it is not. It was not in vain. Yeah, he definitely cooked up that poll. He like even added like the geometry dash emojis too. This guy just gets me, man. This guy just gets me. I wonder what Vsauce is crashing out about. Man, that reminds me I've got to put the fries in the bag. Yeah, I was gonna say. I thought you had to put the seeds in the bag, but pumpkins in the wagon makes a lot more sense. Alright, come on, that's the 1-3 lap we got here. Alright, okay. Alright, people, I see y'all. I see y'all. Alright, Mr. Flower, thanks for coming in. This will probably be... maybe we'll do 3 more races. So hungry, but there's no food in the fridge, and it's 4 AM and there's nothing open. Such is life. Your sleep schedule must be crazy, Andrew, because you'd be making these streams a lot more than I think someone would. This is a Galaxy song, isn't it? Yeah, I think it is. That wasn't very nice, Mr. Boo. I'd sleep normally if I could breathe, but these allergies are not letting me go, man. Yeah. I got my ENT appointment next week. Very excited to actually figure out what's going on here. It's that or surgery time. One of you should definitely throw the Kamek item that turns us into enemies. So that I can actually unlock the fish fella. Finally. Nah, nothing? Okay. Alright, Mr. Dud, thanks for coming in. We'll be back Wednesday, 1 p.m. Yeah, I don't think I can get first, brother. Also be careful, I think there's a bracken. I did see that art, that was pretty sick. Thanks for posting that. Big boss. Yep, and it's over for me. Also, Brick, what happened, Brick? You were supposed to be streaming. What happened? Okay, well. It's over for me, bros. It's over for me. 18th place, how freaking embarrassing. Holy. Thanks, man. Sock is going through a real tough time ever since they got put on the dishes schedule. Oh, man. I finished Death Note without realizing that it was the last episode. I'll be honest, Death Note spoilers, Death Note spoilers. Once, I forget his name. Once that key character died in like the middle of the season, I lost all interest. All interest. Out the window. I simply did not care. I went to dinner, ate something that got me sick, and I threw up at 3 a.m. Zam, son. Zam. I feel like I'm due to get sick one of these days. I haven't been, knock on wood, sick for like bedridden sick in probably like 5-6 years. Salutations, Mr. Daniel. You've caught me at such an unfortunate time. We'd be ending pretty soon. It was defeated better before sick character died, but I enjoyed the rest too. Yeah, I don't know. Definitely not in the minority, because that's like regarded as probably one of the greatest anime of all time, I'm pretty sure, right? I have played Silk Song for almost 20 hours, oh brother. Lol. Can't wait to immediately eat my words when a blue shell comes from me. that baby Rosalina hates me, bro. Why, man? Like, why? Oh! That's definitely, I was just gonna say that's gonna hit me. Oh. Hold. Hold. Hold the freaking line. Hold the freaking line. Oh! Turn, you bastard. It's over for me. I'll take third. I'll take third. I need to start packing my stuff soon, but I really don't feel like it. You going to the new joint? Homeless arc has been cut close. We're been replaced with homeowner arc. Ath Eater with the membership. Hello. Thank you very much, Ath Eater. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Blue bears for that one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Alright, yeah, I think I'm gonna call it. This was fun, though. This was fun. Another, consistent stream in the books. I'm moving on Monday, but I get home from Weedland Sunday at like 11 p.m. Oh, awesome. Bring up the music, but not too much. This is one of the streams of all time. Yeah, I'd say. It was enjoyable. I had a good time. I really have to... Let me do that now so I stop talking about it. Stream elements. So go back to the club. One new subscriber from August 17th to August 23rd. One new member. $11.56 from one super chat. It's a great day, fellas. It's a great day. Chatbot, revenue, streaming tools, overlays, gallery. Why did you change that, man? Oh wait, no, here it is. Art, edit, asset rotator / slideshow 1. No wonder I've never done this. It's so many steps. God. All right, I'm seeing duplicate art in here, so I'll get rid of that and get rid of that. All right, now we're good. We are goated. All right. Yeah, I appreciate y'all tapping in. Nice little chill Mario Kart. Got done our, mirror mode. Mirror mode's now unlocked. Let me see what else. Next stream will be Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern. We'll be doing some cursed walking. Picking that up again for, like, maybe the 4th or 5th time, but, you know, it's whatever. It's whatever. It'll be chill, just like this one, I will say. Just kind of, getting stuff done that needs to get done. Probably dying 10,000 terrible deaths, but, you know, it's whatever. And then, later on, it'll be a double stream day. I'll be streaming Black Ops 6 Zombies with Mr. Tyler. So he'll be making a grand appearance. Hopefully. You know, he could cancel on me. But, you know, let's hope for the best, right? And then otherwise, I'll be back here again on Friday at 7 with, Repo. We're gonna be running up some Repo for fun Friend Swap Fridays. So, Mr. Brick, if you're still here, you're welcome to join us. I don't know. I don't know who else will be tapping in, but you know, we'll figure it out. All right, gamers, this has been enjoyable. I hope y'all had a good time. Thank you for the membership, Athleader, and thank you for the super chat earlier, Andrew. I appreciate that again. But yeah, fellas, take it easy, and I'll see y'all on Wednesday. All right, GG's. Goodbye, everybody. GG's.